Good morning, good morning. It's PCT day number 107. Wow. We are 30 miles from Cascade Locks and the border, Washington-Oregon border. We don't know if we're gonna do all of that today or if we're just gonna go to a campsite, if we can find one, before Cascade Locks and just hike whatever less than 5 miles in tomorrow morning. We're uncertain if there even is a campsite, so we might have to be going all the way and doing the 30 miles today. We shall see. There is gain today in elevation, but it seems pretty evenly dispersed. But in the evening into Cascade Locks, it's like a 5,000 foot descent just all at once. Cascade Locks is actually one of the lowest points, if not the lowest point on trail in terms of elevation. So the Bridge of the Gods is only 77 feet above sea level, so definitely quite a drop, which means that tomorrow we'll have a climb out. First climb of Washington. So yeah, we might be at the border tonight, or we might be there way early tomorrow. We shall see.
It's working.
Hey, Fisto, what are you trying to do?
On my tent. Come on, son.
This is what 3 hikers do during lunch.
Oh no.
So I've kind of let today slip away from me. I totally realized I haven't videoed since I said good morning to you guys today. Let's see what's happened. We hiked through a bunch of clouds. It was rainy, wet, partially why I didn't bring up my phone. And then we had lunch by a lake. And then we made it to the top before the descent down into Cascade Locks. We are 8 miles away from Cascade Locks right now, which means we've gone 22 and a half miles for today. It's just after 3. We're still a little hesitant about whether or not we should make it all the way into Cascade Locks today. That does mean a 30-mile day for us, which is totally doable. We'll probably get in there around 6, actually. However, the drawback is we're not sure if camping at the campground at Cascade Locks is gonna be worth it. Heard some questionable things about it. Trains going off all night, waking people up, just things like that. So I don't know if that would be a good place to stay the night. However, we did just leave the last tent waypoint, according to Far Out. In fact, you can hear the trains in the background. So yeah, we'll see. And so far there's only 1 to 2 comments about a campsite before Cascade Locks, and it's only 2 miles before Cascade Locks roughly, and it's off trail by this waterfall. So I don't know, we're kind of been weighing the pros and cons about getting into Cascade Locks tonight or staying on trail tonight just before Cascade Locks. It's not like price wise it's really an issue. I mean, it's only $3 to stay at the campground and Cascade Locks, so I don't know, we'll see. Either way, tonight is our last night in Oregon, so that's pretty exciting. Anyhow, I'm gonna focus on not killing my knees on this descent. Well, we sent it. We are at Cascade Locks, which means we are just right at the Washington-Oregon border, and I'm beyond excited. Tomorrow we're crossing into my home. So excited. Yeah, we're looking at the Bridge of the Gods right now. It's right there. Oh my gosh. Well, we are going to get food, find where we are going to settle in for the night. Ah! As he almost dies walking down a trail to a road. See if I got this. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I will get to you guys later. Well, this is Tent Talk for PCT day number 107. It's actually the day after a lot happened since we've been to town. So we had dinner at the Island, or Thunder Island Brewing Company. Their food was so good. I scarfed their burger down and their fries were to die for. They were really, really good. Such good food. And after dinner, we were waiting to get the check and pay, and then we were gonna head out, Foxtail and I. And while we were waiting, I was looking at what was gonna happen next, like our next resupply situation and mileage, and Foxtail was saying something and he stopped mid-sentence. So of course I look up to make sure, why'd you stop talking, you know? He looks as white as a sheet, unresponsive, starts sweating profusely, and he passes out on his hands. He was unresponsive for 2 to 5 minutes. The owner of the brewery came over and called the EMTs. He finally regained consciousness in order to pass out again. And then he finally came to, the EMTs came. He started getting color back. They took him to the hospital last night to get an IV. So I stayed at the campground at the park, and he went all the way to Hood River. So he's doing fine now. It's been a rough couple of hours last night. It's been a rough night. But in all good news, Send It showed up. He sent it into town. Apparently he didn't stop too far behind us the night before. So he sent it. He got into town last night. So yeah. And now I'm walking over the Columbia River to a peninsula so that we can go take a photo. But the pretty for yesterday is that we are super close to Washington. And then the gritty for yesterday was definitely the situation with Foxtail. That was scary. I honestly thought he had died. So I was very much in shock yesterday, which is why I didn't film. So yesterday was Wet Wednesday, so let's go to the Wet Wednesday. So Wet Wednesday is what is the grossest thing you've seen on trail, and for me that would be human waste. The amount of times I have just walked to forage and there's just human waste not buried with toilet paper. Yesterday was the worst. At our lunch spot there was probably about 5 piles of it. I'm just like, what is going on, people? To be fair, I don't think it's really through hikers. I think it's more of the people who do overnight or day hikes back there because they just don't know L&T properly, leave no trace properly. So some of them. So that's probably the grossest thing. And it was a hard toss-up between that and Send It's lunches. So he does tuna and then he puts a Pop-Tart in it. And that's probably one of the grossest things I've ever seen on trail. Anyway, here is my sketch and my foot picture for the day. And then my message to the fam: I love you, rock on. And as always, we'll see you on the trails.